was a good man.
So, find anything? So, find anything? Really? Is that... I know the handwriting. That's Karamir. Anything else? Let me see. Well. Anything else? I see. What do you say? Currently the Juneville Guard's ranks are a little sparse. A little inconvenient, I know, but all this chaos in... Hardly any merchant vessels come here anymore. Still, if there's a knife-wielding lunatic on the loose... So how's this? You find the murderer, and we'll pay you. It'll be dangerous, of course, but you look as though you can take care of yourself. Wise word. Follow the clues and tell me when you find something. I'll be right here. A merchant, rough and cunning. Actually, I do. It's been deserted ever since the isolation, so be on your guard.
Ahoy.
Ahoy, friend.
Oh, you're not from around here, are you?
What do you want? I guess you could call it that. Though he himself apparently considered it a bloody donation. 2 years. Doesn't surprise me. I am. Craig. I never met anyone so fucking brazen. Ah, that's what this is about. Well, sorry to disappoint you, love. I had nothing to do with that man's death. And if you're smarter than a... First of all, I don't profit from his death. Now the money's gone for good. Second, I'm sure as fuck not a priestess. I give loans, I want them back. Plus interest. End of story. Ah, piss off. I'm not going anywhere. Sure thing.
opens up under your feet. You'll find no gold, but eternal greed. Down in the deep, down in the dark, he waits for us, the black guardian. We stray from our path if we lose our way. He drags us down to the endless void below.
Hey, want something to drink?
In bed, sorry.
Huh? Need something?
Yes? Hey there. You look as if you could use
No, I just put them out for you to look at. Tell me what you need, and be quick about it.
To the paths eternal, to the stars in the sky, and we stay behind, alone in the dark. Our lives will be lacking the glow of your spark.
Walk blessed.
Your path always be even.
Keep your fingers to yourself, will you? This isn't Ark. Ahoy, friend.
A fellow traveler. Want a train? Don't ask. Can hardly go out hunting by myself anymore. That's my job. Take a look.
You're leaving our world, rising up high to the paths eternal, to the stars in the sky. Now blessed you be.
Safe travels.
Things, no more toil of life, no more weights on.
Yes? Move along. Now to have some pork chops. Sorry, these shifts drag on forever.
Ahoy, friend.
An outlander. Isn't this nice?
What you, Darius? Aye, I know him. There's a merchant vessel west. Sure.
Letter? No, never. Sorry. What? Listen, if Craig sent you because of what happened at the lighthouse, tell him I'm sorry. I should never have hit him, even though I'll never forgive him for what he did. Dead? What? But... me? But... Basis, you're serious about this? Damn it, I didn't kill Craig or Syrah! You know that already, don't you? Craig kept my part of our inheritance. He simply didn't tell me there was one when our father died 3 years ago. What do you think? I wanted answers. Aye, we beat the tar out of each other. Blade, couple of bruises and cuts, no worse than I was. After we... I guess that won't happen anytime soon if what you say is true. Find the bastard who did this. I want to see him hanged. Bled in an Iron Maiden. Promise me. Fine. I see why you're doing this. I can only hope you're going to find who really killed him. Let me tell the captain about this, then we can go.
Ah, there you are. I've been... Darius Copperhammer's dagger. Hidden under a rock in the graveyard. Metal reflects sunlight. Something Darius apparently forgot. Several of his fellow sailors confirmed it. Yes, he doesn't deny that the dagger is his, but claims that, as far as I'm concerned, the matter is clear. What did your little visit to Karamir uncover? I did some research myself while you were hunting down Darius and Karamir. According to a friend from the guard, one of her debtors had a fatal accident 2 years ago. A fisher... Problem is, the Overseer wants the matter solved. Now. They'd send them right back to us or hang them both. To Ark folk. Us Junevillers are all pathless. In Juneville, we solve our own problems. Prison or the gallows, I don't know. You see my problem? Honestly? No idea. This is as much my case as it is yours. What do you say? Darius or Karamir? Guess you're right. What a giant load of horseshit, all this. Well, I'll mull it over. Either way, thanks for helping out. Here, you earned this. I need a bloody drink now. Come on, I'm buying.
Move along.
Ah, it's you. Told you it was Darius.
Of a solitary cliff.
Hey, want something to drink? You mean, it's fine. I'm not making a fortune here, but sure.
If you batter on his door, say farewell to the world. For everyone who entered never walked back on the road from the
Take care.
Huh? Sure thing.
Sad, sad. Bloody stuff is everywhere.
Sure. Where to?
Hey! You're an adventurer, aren't you? Have you been to... Oh, how do they say it? Melee? My dad told me that's where the petrified live.
Mm-hmm.
from here, are you? I heard you talk.
Oh my, someone's looking well, who doesn't know that? For example, how Melfast blessed us with a bountiful harvest. Even though there was... Then you know what I'm talking about. Even the memory never fails to put a smile on my face. I don't know, maybe that also works for you?
traveler.
No!
You fucking scum! You'll pay for that!
Hear my words, O path-abiding people of this holy city. Many of you may have heard.
Uh-huh. No, I just put them out for you to look at. Tell me what you need, and be quick about it. Walk.
A group of honorless heretics.
Just come and take a good long peek.
Limitless cowardice. Attempted to
Just where did I put it?
Hungry for arcane secrets? I have books, scrolls, potions, anything for friends of path-abiding magic.
Come to your rental Sharpdash and buy fish. Only the best and fresh from the Red Sea.
One knows when whence he came, his house lies on the edge. Ba-da-da-da-da. If you battle
Let us pray for our brothers and sisters across the Red Sea. Let us pray for Sultan and the Golden Queen.
Apples, dates, bananas, the freshest fruits right from the farmer's and Duneville.
Yeah. Just how it is.
Yeah. It's not as if I didn't tell them that already.
Fruits, vegetables, bread fresh from the treat yourself.
Just can't depend on them. How long do they expect me to wait for my shipment?
Walk. Sure, take a look. Walk blast. Sure, take a look. Walk blast. Greetings. Sure, take a look. Walk blast. Sure, take a look. Walk blast. Greetings. Sure, take a look. Walk blast.
Hammers, Looking for steel. Everything for the path-abiding soldier. Coming in. Everything for the path-abiding soldier.
You're an outlander, aren't you? I can tell. You don't... And did I forget... mention that we are the #1 supplier of the Holy Order in terms of metalware and starring technology?
Would you look at that? A visitor from the surface. Want a word of advice? Play
Yeah?
by...
What do you want?
Bloody fools. Just had to play the hero, didn't you?
You're from the surface, aren't you? They say that Taylor Aranthil came back. Let's hope he knows who rules this place, as well as the Chesapeake.
We're watching you, Sleeper. Always.
Obulus, my sir. Oh, thank you. You truly are a good person.
May Melfa smile upon
Just
you.
wait and see. Fucking sissy.
Well, must be exhausting to watch us working our asses off. Unchild.
To the depths. It's him. It's the Black Guardian.
Pity. He was a good man. You're from the surface, aren't you? They say that Taylor Aranthil came back. Let's hope he knows who rules this place, as well as the true Chesapeake.
Hear the better? Trust me, that sissy I'm fighting tonight wields his sword like a soup ladle. I'd place your money on me.
What? That's all you got? Come on.
A penny, my sir.
Keep
Please, just one penny.
Uh-huh.
So many fights, so... money.
Yes? Ranmarash's home for lost kittens. Honestly, if you go back to your bathing houses and galleries, son. Ooh, how eloquent. You're from the surface, aren't you? No, don't say anything, I can tell. So, you do have muscle, I'll give you that. And good posture. You're the tavern. You do know that we're not doing tumbles down here, right? If you fight well, you can make a lot of money fighting here. Usually, yeah. Sometimes the loser pleads for mercy, but the crowd doesn't like it. Huh. First of all, you'll need to sign this, though. If you can read and write, sign with your name. If not, with a cross. Thank you. And, one more thing. I always found this a bit silly, but the crowd always wants a name they can shout to the ring when you're bashing someone's head in. You know, the fighter, the butcher, stuff. Yeah, that might work. Fair enough. If you want, you can dive right into the ring. There'll be a pack fight in a couple of hours. Yeah, also called Last Man Standing Wins. Well, that depends on the bets, so I can't tell you yet. Eager, aren't you? Good. Just go down to the training dummies. I'll call you when we begin.
Mesdames and messieurs, a cordial welcome to the Dust Pit. You know who I am, I know who you are, and above all, I know why you are here today. Because you want to see a fight! Today, there are 4 rookies in the ring, and they all share the same dream, to become the champion of the arena. Ah, can you see them shiver, the sweat glistening on their foreheads? They are afraid, and rightfully so, because they know only one of them will leave the pit on both legs. Mesdames and messieurs, I proudly present Kata Tanner's daughter, called the Storm. Simael Roth, called the Vagabond. And Thomas Shagar, also known as the Dervish. And last but not least, the unknown warrior who is only known by his moniker, the Wanderer. Now, enough of the words. Fight! Not bad.
Russia. If we don't get the money until tomorrow, there will be consequences. So handle it.
But... fine. I'll see what I can do.
Good go. Ralata Shera. Well fought.
Here's your share. Pardon my language, but none of your well, aren't you a piece of work? Still got blood and dust on your skin and already begging. Come by in a couple of days and ask again, will you? I got things to take care of. Ah, you've come at the right time. There's a fight soon, and you're the perfect the twins. Two nasty, hairy Oh yeah. But judging by how you fought, bold words. All right, then go downstairs and warm up. I'll tell you when we're ready.
Mesdames and messieurs, a cordial welcome to the Dust Pit. You know who I am, I know who you are, and above all, I know why you are here today. Because you want to see a fight! Today, two familiar faces will fight a rookie who you've already grown to love. The twins against the mysterious warrior only known as the Wanderer. It is a battle to the death, a battle about gold and blood. Now enough of the words. Time to give you what you've all been waiting for. Warriors, fight!
So many fights, so little money.
Uh-huh.
You don't look like you belong here.
Talk to Rasha.
What? That's all you got?
Obvious.
A real pretty thing you are. We should spend some time together.
What do you want? Here's your share. Well deduced, detective. His shadow tribute, which my esteemed father, who rediscovered, which in return means that the nice guy, if I don't think of something. Thanks for the offer, but no. Only an utter idiot would take on the ralata. Protection money. If you want to stay alive down here, you have to pay. 2 or 3 days. Oh, I know you'd love to jump right back in. But if we start doing battles every bloody minute, the crowd will lose. Just swing by in a couple of days, alright? You'll get your fight. Look at that. You have a talent. Gur Halnan. He's been fighting for a while now. I won't lie. He'll be a tough nut to crack. Aren't you eager? You know the drill. Go downstairs and warm up. The fight will take place in a couple of hours.
From the upper city, huh? You got guts walking around.
Mesdames and messieurs, a cordial welcome to the Dust Pit. You know who I am, I know who you are, and above all, I know why you are here today. Because you want to see a fight! Today, there is something special on the menu. Or should I say, something savage? Because this is a word that best describes the beast our still undefeated rookie must stand his ground against. Mesdames and messieurs, I present Gur Halnan, the Berserker of the Steppes, versus the Wanderer! Shed some blood, warriors!
Keep walking. Not bad. I have to hand it to you. You're kind of sad to see him gone, but he knew the risks. Here's your share. Come back in 2 days or so. What do you want? The Ringmaster plans to pair you with Raga Shadowclaw. No, but you will soon. She's an alchemist. Small tip from my side. Aren't you eager? You know the drill. Go downstairs and warm up. The fight will take place in a couple of hours.
Mesdames and messieurs, a cordial welcome to the Dust Pit! You know who I am, I know who you are, and above all, I know why you are here today. Because you want to see a fight! This is the 4th battle of the mysterious newcomer called the Wanderer. But will it also be the last? Because this time we picked a special treat for him to feast on. Mesdames and messieurs, you came for blood, and you shall have it.
Some folks just
Blistering blades, what a punch!
Some folks just never learn.
Look who's back. Not bad, not bad. I was expecting you to pee your pants after she did that little trick of hers. But no. Sure you don't want to start working as a mercenary? You could make more money that way. Either way, here's your pay. I had hoped you'd ask that. Aye, I do. No. If you're man enough, you'll fight. Aye, the pride of the pit. And the good thing about it, even if you hack it, I won't lie though. It'll be hard this time. And chances are you won't make it out alive. If you do make it though, it'll be worth your time. Thought so? Well then.
Mesdames and messieurs, a cordial welcome to the Dust Pit. You know who I am, I know who you are, and above all, I know why you are here today. Because you want to see a fight! Four battles, 4 victories. But can the Wanderer also oppose the beast that's been soaking this soil in blood for decades? We shall see. Unleash the beast!
Let's see you dance, Wanderer. Good. That's enough. Let's talk. Fair enough. Forgive me my dramatic entrance. I'm Thero Naris. I've been watching you for a while now because I'm looking for someone with your set of skills. And, our little encounter down in the pit erased the last doubts I had about you. Indeed. Let me get straight to the point. I want to hide... Well, actually, it's simple. I want your help in killing someone. The father. Their leader. When I was 6 years old, the ralata Shagun, the old cunt who owned our orphanage, she sold us, and over the years at least a dozen more. And we all came from the same orphanage. The refuge. And no, I have no idea what they did to us. I remember nothing. That's the big question, isn't it? At first I thought it was about child trafficking. You know, tender little knaves and girls for rich bastards. Ark's bigwigs. Yet now I've come to the conclusion that it must have been about science. Experiments. Only the father. As I said, I'm pretty sure the blackmailing, the shadow tax, is how kind of. After the fall. This is also the first memory I have of that time after the... I don't know exactly, but I must have been somewhere between 12 to 14 years old. Still half a child, in other words. Once I was able to think somewhat straight again, I looked for help in the upper city. Of course, the guards didn't believe a word of what I said and sent me right back down into the caverns. Correct. So I decided to take matters into my own hands. I told myself how to survive, how to fight. And years later... Their codex, their holy scripture, written by the father himself. I shaved my head and became a sire. Revenge. Yes. I want this monster to pay for... One of the core beliefs of the ralata concerns the Day of Transcendence. It's the day when every Relaim who's ever proven him or herself worthy leaves their body to continue existing as an immortal. And they also believe that this day is imminent, since the father found a way to achieve transcendence for himself and for his lambs. In the weeks to come, he will set out an expedition to the Frostcliff Mountains. Since this expedition will be an extremely dangerous undertaking, he will bring along almost a dozen of the best mercenaries by doing something that impresses him. But if we do something that impresses the father or the first seer, it might be enough to convince him to hire you. So, are you with me or not? It will be. Meet me at the Wailing Tree, 2 hours from now. Here. This'll help you get back to the Undercity in case you need to return to the surface before our meeting. Stay safe.
Be careful, my sir. The streets aren't...
Malfash is... And our room's looking for you. Good. We'll open up the room for a little bit of this and that. Why not take a look? Come anytime.
Huh? What do you want? Well, that's just how he is. Always talking.
My sir?
Malphas's
Can I help you?
blessings.
Watch yourself. The streets aren't safe this time of the day.
Hello.
Yes?
Hear my words, O path-abiding people of this holy
Uh-huh.
city.
Now, I just put them out for you to look at.
That must have been, due to its sheer glory, brought forth by Malphas himself.
Move along.
Hammers, daggers, looking for everything for the path-abiding soldier. Come again.
Renard Chalant. Kirash, what gave me away? Well, I'll have to work on my disguise. Oh, there were... You can say what you will about them. Of course, Sherry.
Morala's blessings, my friend. Well, flee isn't exactly the... Oh, well... Very stupid, if you ask me. And very bad for the economy.
Hungry?
Spices, rugs, delicacies, only the best. Straight from Kile. Take a look. Well,
If it's clam and fish you seek...
Is it important?
Walk blessed. What can I do for you? I think Grandpa always said they were just tales. Sure. Come back anytime.
Oh, mostly pastries and sweets. Quite delicious, if I may say so. And I don't even need to shout it across the entire city.
A foreigner, huh? What a surprise. Eyes.
Can I help you?
Hello. Of course. Of course.
There you are. Ready? Tree. The people down here call it the Weeping Tree. Superstitious nonsense, of course. They might as well send their wishes to the Blue Island Coalition. Either way, ready to set out? First a question. Have you ever heard of the massacre that took place It was at the Farmer's Coast, around midsummer. They broke into the houses. And while they merely wrecked, they were found 1 week later. They lay on the Penny Rock. To this very day, no one knows. However, there are theories. Do the names the Black Lieber and J.L. Tannison ring a bell? The Butcher of Ark? Yes. Thing is, in this book he left behind, Tannison claims to have been part of it, but according to Tannison, they see themselves as... Well, this is where it... Which is also why the attack on the Farmer's Coast did. However, the father has a theory. Well, he does have an avid interest, but we'll come to that later. According to the father, the Black Libra chooses their... The dreams are interpreted by the Libra's priests. However, the child doesn't just... Thus, the Libra might decide to kill a boy before he... I know, it sounds insane, but simple. The father believes that the Black Libra knows the secret to transcendence, especially one in particular, in which he describes the initiation ritual he underwent to become one of their assassins. Long story short, apparently the pages of Tannisson's original manuscript describing... Right. And I happen to know the only person who might be able to tell us their whereabouts. Correct. He was also an assassin of the Libra, and Tanner... According to... However, that massacre seems to have been too much evil. I saw him once. Exactly. If we bring them to the first seer and I tell him... That's the plan. Not the best one, certainly, but, oh... He currently lives in the communes. That is, if he isn't in some whore's bed in... I'll let you do the talking. It's unlikely that the first seer will find out, but the more you actually help me on this mission, the more... one more thing. Don't... And remember that those 10 mutilated girls on the Penny Road are just one more page in this man's book of sins.
Foreigner, huh? What a surprise.
Ralata.
Please, just...
A penny, my sir. Please, just one penny.
The passwords haven't been kind to us.
The bloody wench thinks she's Vata incarnate. She'll get what's coming soon.
Come.
Move along.
Please, just leave me be.
Now there's a treat for the eye. What do you say, darling? Want to spend some time together?
Well, look at that. Our friend has a visitor. Get out of here.
What?
I said, get out of here. We need 10 minutes. Afterwards, you can fuck as many men as you want.
Of course, my lord. At once.
Interesting. Never mind. Look at him. Pissed like a rat. I sure as fuck don't want you to cuddle with him.
Who are you? Not... you remind him of Killian when he still lived. So, Killian knew this feeling too well, but he was so blind. Now Killian has been punished. He's dead, and Naylock Pages... Naylock doesn't know what you mean. Now please, go. Naylock is tired and needs to sleep.
All right. Let me rephrase my friend's words. You stop playing confused oracle and fucking tell us what we want to know now. And then maybe, just maybe, we'll let you live. Are we clear?
But Naylock just...
Are we clear?
Yes! Yes, sir. Naylock understands. Please forgive him. So, the pages. Yes, of course, the page. Yes, yeah. But tell me, what do you want with them? Naylock doesn't... The pages, But tell him, my sir, if he shows you the pages, could you... Well, Naylock is hungry, Naylock is thirsty, and he has no more coin. But... Good. Good. Naylock understands. Come, follow. My sir, Naylock has a question.
What?
Your face. You seem familiar. Are you certain that you have never met Naylock before?
How would I know? Maybe.
That's just how they are.
I have to remember.
Pity. He was a good man.
Now there's a treat for the eye. What do you say, darling? Want to spend some time together?
This is the way to the tar pit. Are you sure that's where we're supposed to be going? I warn you, if this is a trap,
It's not, my sir. Nylock is vermin, but he knows when he has to obey. You can trust him.
I won't. But fine.
Look at that. Another snob from the surface.
Bloody vermin, all of them.
Ahoy.
Boy. Damn the order.
Move along.
Hold it right there, old man. Where do you think you're going? You're a little too old for digging.
He belongs to us. We're acting under the Father's orders.
Brother, rat. From ashes to blood. From blood to liberation. I didn't reckon.
From ashes to blood. From blood to liberation. Let us through.
Of course. Father's blessings.
Father's blessings. Keep going, scum.
Yes, of course. Yes, we're here. This is where he buried the pages.
The deserted tunnels. We should be wary. There are a lot of lowlifes down here.
Wrong place.
Look out!
Fine.
Look out! Wisdom. There!
Die!
Pathetic.
Back there. That's where he buried his old skin. Sir, you need to just take these last few steps alone. Naylock can't. He just can't.
Is this a trap?
What? No, of course not. It's just Naylock can't. Don't you understand? To see him after all this time? No. Kill Naylock if you don't believe him, but he will stay.
Fine. You go on ahead.
Look for the skeleton. You need to dig.
Don't shout.
You fucking scum! You'll pay for that! Ugh. Ah.
Skeleton. I'm not seeing anything. Let's look around. Let me see. Yeah. Well, that looks promising. Then I guess we need... Dig. Come help me. Here we go. This must be it. Pretty big. What the blazes did he put in there? What's that smell? What the? Oh, shit! You mean this body is... You want to know what I think? This is probably some poor sod that crossed this lunatic's path at the wrong time. So we put him right into the crate with the paper. Right you are. Oh, shit! Got them? All right. Back to Carlion. Get up, scum.
Ah, my sir. You found what you were looking for, didn't you? He can tell by your eyes.
We found the pages and something else. Whose corpse is in that chest?
What? But he told... You didn't he? It's Carlion. Naylock buried him. Yes. He said it before, didn't he? Kalian couldn't continue to live in this shell after what he did, so he... And Nalok buried him, together with the memories. You don't... But it's the truth. The
Sure. Either way, we have what we wanted. And now it's time for you to pay for your crimes, Kalian. It's been long overdue.
What? But you said that you would spare him if he'd show... the pages!
We said that we would think about it. And guess what? I did. You're a murderer, Kalian. And you've killed more people than I can count. Men, women, and children. And you know what? This whole act about how remorseful you are, I'm not buying it. Yes, you drank your bloody brains into oblivion, but ultimately, the only one you truly pity is yourself. Yes. Any last words?
Letho.
What?
Nalok remembers. By the name of the sun, you were in the refuge orphanage, you and your friend, Letho.
What do you know about the refuge?
Back then, before the flesh maggot plague, when Nalok... Still strong. The Kyranian woman who ran the orphanage gave him work. Don't you remember? He carried crates, he cleaned the floor, he cooked.
That was you? Uncle Nalok?
Yes, that's what you called him, Uncle Nalok. By the Guardians, it's been so long, but he remembers it all now. You and your friend, you were inseparable. Until...
You're right. I do remember.
What?
You were there when they took us. Worse, you helped them. What did she pay you, that old cunt? Huh? Carrying crates? Selling children to the ralata? All the same, isn't it?
No, what? Nalok doesn't understand. He only...
Let's go. Well, as I said, we're done here. Next we need to bring the pages to the first seer, which... Before we do that, though, we need to discuss a couple of things. We cannot... Meet me in my hideout tomorrow morning, alright? There's a small abandoned warehouse in the main cabin, right before the path up to... There's an old poster of the theater right next to the door. That's how you recognize it. But Doc, until then...
O path-abiding people of this holy city. Rumors circulate. Rumors
interesting.
About the
No,
horrible events
I just
of
put the...
I have books, scrolls, potions.
Greetings.
Malfash's blood. And our room's looking for you. Good. We'll open up the room for you. And please, no shady business. We walk the righteous path in here and don't want any... Mead, stew, roast pork. Anyone? A little bit of this and that. Why not take a look? Come back anytime.
Yes? Yes?
Hear my words, O path-abiding people of this holy city. Many of you may have...
Greetings.
Move along.
I just don't see the fucking point.
Come to your Rinto Shamdas and buy fish.
Hungry for arcane? Sure, take a look. Walk blessed.
Hammers, daggers, swords. The best from the Chilean archipelago to this beautiful country. Looking for everything for the path-abiding soldier. Come again.
Rena Shalom, my sir. Are you
Walk
looking
blessed.
for fresh fish?
What can I do for you? Sure. May your path always be even.
Oh, mostly pastries and sweets. Quite delicious, if I may say so. And I don't even need to shout it across the entire city.
Huh? Can I help you?
Hello. Of course.
Oh, mostly pastries and sweets. Quite delicious, if I may say so. And I don't even need to shout it across the entire...
Wow. Nice. Sword.
And always remember the time that struck me.
Bene, my sir. Thank you. That's really generous. Please. Guide you.
The day I just broken. When a man found a sight most unspoken, sleep, sweet child, close your eyes, the ravens call.
A sun child, huh? If you came to watch the fights, you're rude. Apparently, someone beat the beast. I wish I'd seen that.
Hush, my darling, don't you fight.
Hello.
Oh, what for? You'll be free forevermore. Step out of your flesh, fly higher and higher. Your sins will be paid.
There you are. I was beginning to wonder whether you got cold feet. Well, that's the plan. But as I said, the ralata has a holy scripture called the ralas, or the Book Out of the Ashes. It affects you because there are a couple of rules that you have to abide by once we're inside the temple. To infringe them is in other words, if we want nobody to get wind of our plan, number 1, never talk to an acolyte, or voice, or seer if they don't buy their garments. Scions wear plain robes, and sometimes hoods. Acolytes wear the purple robes of the ralata. Seers wear similar robes. Rule number 2, wear this, or a helmet, whenever you enter the temple. The ralata detests the display of the body, as all corporeality. Nobody will attack you if you enter the temple unveiled, but it will make people suspicious. And finally, rule number 3, do not openly... You most likely won't see him before the expedition anyways. Yeah, one more thing. In case the first seer asks, you then contacted me in the full stop. Either way, enough of the talking. Follow me.
I, sir?
Wow, nice sword.
Wild mages in the Sun Temple? I wonder what's next.
Oh, hello. A bit of this and that. Feel free to take a look. Walk blessed.
Some people just don't know their path.
Please, just leave me be.
You bloody wench thinks she's Valentine Kana.
Don't you fear it?
What would you look at that? A visitor from the surface. Want a word of advice? Play by the rules. Stitch.
All right, almost there.
Move along. Huh?
Something you want to tell me?
Hard work pays off. Yeah, right.
Another sleeper.
Brother Sorrow.
Brother Wrath. From ashes to blood. From blood to revolution. Is this the sleeper?
Yes.
He knows the rules?
Of course.
Good. Hold still. Interesting. You may enter.
Thank you, brother.
Father's blessings.
Should have just paid his shadow tax. Some people never.
Well, that was strange. Ah, right. The short version. Once you devote your life to... Relame always call each other by their new names. But we voices often use... Hardly. Most people... Every emotion is a weakness. Yes.
They will never understand, brother. You should stop agonizing over
They're my family.
it. Wrong. They were. You are... Alaim now, and transcendence is near. So we are the only family we need. So just burn these letters, meditate, and perform your duties. Now isn't the time to stray from the Ralas.
Yes. Yes. You're right. Thank you, sister. Roger.
Would you look at that?
First seer. From ashes to blood, from blood to liberation.
Ah, Brother Wrath. Is this our visitor?
Yes, First Seer. He helped me find the lost pages.
Interesting. Show me. Tell me, how did you know that the Father is looking for these? I see. And how did you meet Brother Wrath? Also through your contact? Well then, I am Brother Longing. I assume Brother Wrath promised... Would you...
I have 300 pennies.
Good. Then go up to the tower and talk to Sister Envy. She will pay you. Brother Wrath, will you escort our guest back outside?
If that is your wish, then yes, First Seer.
What do you mean by that?
I was thinking... irrelevant. Father's blessings, First Seer. Thank you for your time.
Speak.
Well, the expedition. You said that the Father ordered you to find capable mercenaries. Treasure hunters.
I understand. You think he'd be a fitting candidate? I fail to see any magical talent in him, however. Why do you think he could be of use to us? We have enough leg breakers already.
Fair point, First Seer. I'm sorry.
Fine then. We actually have enough mercenaries already, but you seem to be more capable than the scum that usually runs the Undercity's alleys. However, before I recommend you to the Father, I want you to prove yourself. Brother Greed. Sister Pride. Is she still in the Light Grove? Good. Then escort this man into the Dark Valley. I want you to kill someone for us. Sister Pride. A voice who has betrayed us. Bring me her heart, and I'll consider recommending you to the Father. Correct. She fled into a cave, probably hoping that we wouldn't find her there. Brother Greed will show you the way. Good luck. And you, Brother Wrath, will stay. There is something we need to discuss.
Scratch. Ah! Just a scratch. Ah!
All you got?
You're my punishment, aren't you? You're... The faces. None! At first, I thought it would pass, you know? But it's just a disease. At first, I thought I was ill. So I drank grunt root until there was nothing left but a smooth, egg-shaped... Why? Because I was weak. Of course they didn't. And that is why I need to die. I finally accepted it. Don't be. It's what I want.
You there? Sleeper. Do you have a second? What? No, to that lovely wall right behind you. Come, follow me.
We're watching you, son.
A stranger. Not much, but if it's scrolls and potions you're after, I might be able to help. Here, take a look.
Would you look at that? The merc... Interesting. Well then, I don't care. She gave herself to the Ralas. To the father will. I will put forward. We will contact you once he has made his decision. Now leave.
A stranger. What do you need?
Why are you stopping? Ralata Shara, sleeper.
Hear my words, O path-abiding people of this holy city.
Now, I just put them out for you to look at. Tell me what you need, and be quick about it.
Himself. Theodore Ardenfield has returned. Yes, you have heard right.
Walk.
Hungry for arcane secrets? I have books, scrolls, potions, anything for friends of power.
Walk all your heart could ever desire. Take a look. May his light guide you. All your heart could ever desire. Take a look. May his light guide you. Come back if you find the time.
You're an outlander, aren't you?
You there!
I can tell.
Certainly! A pleasure for the young and the old, for the tall and the small. See for yourself.
You're a foreigner, aren't you? I wish I... My sir.
Hello.
Malphas is black, and our room's looking for you. Good. We'll open up the room for a little bit of this and that. Why not take a look? May your path always be even.
Mm-hmm.
You there! Wait! I think... Well, Whoa! Thank you! Malphas bless you and safe travels!
Why is that stuff so expensive? Did you kill her? Good. That's... You know, Nessa joined the Ralata only shortly after me. She was an orphan too. We even and now she's dead. That feels... strange. Faces? Huh. Now, we wait until we hear back from the first seer. If we're unlucky, that's where our plan will end. If the father is not interested in your services, there's nothing we can do. However, there's something else I might need your help with in the meantime. It has to do with my path, with the refuge. Yeah. I told you that Shagun, the matron of the house, knew about the abductions, didn't I? But she's... Well, I only learned that recently. I used to think that the ralata forced Shagun to give us away. The reason why I'm going back to the refuge is that I want to know for certain. I want to know how rotten a soul Shagun really was. And who knows? Maybe we'll also find more about what the father act. I hope so. It was closed down after the flesh maggot plague killed Shagun. So her doc... Thing is, ever since the Red Madness, the place has been crawling with lost ones. Exactly. I'd probably be able to do it myself, but now is the wrong time to take unnecessary risks. So, let's meet at the marketplace, right in front of Zorkban and Sons. I'll make some preparations.
What do you want? To cock at me? Just leave. Please.
He's a good man. Isn't this nice? A sun-child graces us with its presence.
A sun-child, I bet you came to watch those fools cut their guts open
Take
in the
your
dust
time.
pit. Well, that's the only reason you snobs ever come down here.
Move along.
Ready? Good.
What do you want? To cock at me? Just...
A real pretty thing you are. We could spend some time together.
Bloody rats. Eating the last penny right out of your pocket.
Potatoes gone.
Wow, nice sword.
That should be it.
Mm-hmm.
Look out! Look out!
Pathetic. Looters. Guess they were hoping to find something of value in the orphanage after they broke out. Looters, come. Guess they were hoping to find something of value in the orphanage after the plague broke out.
Enemy!
You could do better than that. Let's go. There it is. Huh. Strange feeling to be back here after all those years. We should... Wait. What in blazes is that? Never mind. Sorry. Shagun's office should be on the first floor. Let's take... Look around. Nothing's changed. Alright, here we are. And with stock lists, spendings, earnings... No, that doesn't help. She did. If I remember one thing, then it's how So, if she really did so... A hidden... Everybody down here has hidden safes. Even if the house was... Even I can remember at least. They just came in, made a ruckus, and took whatever they could get their hands on. Eventually... No, but I'm pretty sure that they're here in the orphanage. I say we split up. You check the... So will I. Everybody down here has hidden safes. Even if the house was under the protection of the ralata, there would still be the occasional raids. Do better.